So in this video, we're going to show you how to sew curves with a top stitching application. And what you're going to notice about this is when I open it up, it's going to actually curve up rather than right or left. So you're going to take your two curves, right sides together, put them underneath the sewing machine, hold your back threads, sink your needle, sew, back stitch. And as you're running around your curve, as I'm holding this, I'm actually holding it like this to pull it this way around the curve. Pull it out, clip your thread. From there, we're going to open it up, meaning that your right sides are now facing you. We want to top stitch this. So we'll take it underneath the machine. You'll use the edge of the foot as your guide. Sink your needle, top stitch or back stitch. When you take and spread this apart, you don't want to pull it real hard because your stitches will show. You actually want that to roll a little bit in as you're top stitching. All the while my eye is watching that corner to make sure that I've got a straight guide to sew. So you'll notice when I'm top stitching, I'm pulling apart the seam, not too hard to show the stitches in here. We want a nice little roll like this. Also, watch the back as it curls up. Sink your needle, readjust, pull apart, and stitch. Sink your needle, pull apart. Your seam underneath should always go the same way. You're working very close to the needle. Be careful that you're watching your hands and sewing. Come back, readjust. Sink your needle. Now you can tell that the curve has rode all the way up here as I come out of the bottom of this. So as we're nearing the end, you want to slow down and watch. Coming to the end, again, pulling this way and letting it guide itself up. Notice that my seam allowance is always turned in the same direction as when I started. Back stitch, needle bar up, pull the piece out, clip the threads. At this point, you're going to take and roll this out like this, running your hand underneath it to give yourself a nice curve. And your top stitch.